The colors we choose for the outside of a home shape something far more lasting than curb appeal. They influence the first impression, the atmosphere of every arrival, and even the way the architecture is experienced as daylight changes. Some colors quietly soften a home, while others reveal details that were always there, simply waiting to be noticed. In this collection, we'll explore 10 Sherwin-Williams exterior colors that have the remarkable ability to transform the feeling of almost any home, beginning with a shade that proves subtle. Changes can leave the strongest impression. Color number 10, Ida White. Ida White is often mistaken for a simple white, but its personality is far more nuanced. A delicate grey undertone gently tempers its brightness, allowing the color to feel calm rather than crisp. In the cool light of early morning, it appears fresh and quietly modern, revealing clean architectural lines without making the facade feel stark. As the sun moves across the sky, the grey becomes softer, creating a balanced surface that feels comfortable to look at from every angle. By evening, warm light draws out a subtle, creamy quality that makes the home feel more welcoming without changing its character. Ida White is ideal for homeowners who appreciate restraint, proving that refinement often comes from what a color chooses not to say. Color number 9, White Duck. White Duck approaches white from a completely different direction. Instead of emphasizing brightness, it introduces warmth through soft beige undertones that create a relaxed and inviting presence. Morning sunlight gives it a gentle, almost airy appearance, while the richer light of late afternoon reveals a quiet warmth that naturally complements brick, stone, and wood. The result is an exterior that feels approachable rather than formal. There is a comforting familiarity to White Duck, making even newer homes appear settled into their surroundings. It doesn't compete with the landscape or decorative details. Instead, it allows the entire composition to feel harmonious, creating the impression of a home that has always belonged exactly where it stands. Color number 8, Accessible Beige. Accessible beige demonstrates why balanced neutrals continue to endure long after trends have faded. Resting comfortably between grey and beige, it carries enough warmth to feel welcoming, while maintaining the quiet composure often associated with cooler tones. Throughout the day, shifting natural light reveals subtle changes in depth, giving the exterior a sense of dimension without dramatic contrast. Its understated character makes architectural features feel more intentional, allowing rooflines, trim, and stonework to stand out with effortless clarity. Rather than drawing attention to the paint itself, Accessible Beige creates an atmosphere of stability and ease. It's the kind of color that makes a home feel thoughtfully established, offering a reassuring presence that remains just as appealing season after season. Color number 7, Dorian Gray. Dorian Gray introduces a greater sense of depth without overwhelming the architecture it surrounds. Its medium gray foundation is softened by warm undertones, giving it a grounded character that feels composed rather than dramatic. In the clear light of morning, it appears balanced and refined, allowing windows, trim, and rooflines to stand out with quiet definition. As daylight becomes warmer, the color gains richness, revealing subtle layers that add visual weight without making the home feel heavy. This natural shift creates an exterior that feels more architectural than decorative. Dorian Gray has a reassuring presence, offering enough contrast to highlight a home's design while maintaining an atmosphere that feels calm, welcoming, and comfortably lived in. Color number 6, Peppercorn. Peppercorn demonstrates how a darker exterior can create remarkable clarity. Rather than absorbing every detail, its charcoal character frames the architecture, making roof lines, windows, and structural forms appear more sculpted. Under bright midday skies, faint grey undertones emerge, preventing the color from feeling flat or severe. As evening approaches, Peppercorn deepens into a rich silhouette that gives the home a stronger visual identity against the changing sky. Despite its bold appearance, it never feels cold because the subtle warmth beneath the surface keeps the overall impression balanced. It's a color that brings confidence to contemporary and traditional homes alike, proving that depth can feel inviting when it is thoughtfully measured. Color number 5, Greek Villa. Greek Villa offers a softer interpretation of white. replacing crisp brightness with a gentle creamy warmth that immediately changes the mood of a home. Instead of creating sharp contrast, it wraps the exterior in a light that feels relaxed and natural throughout the day. Morning sun gives it a clean, fresh quality, while the golden light of late afternoon reveals buttery undertones that add quiet richness without becoming yellow. This subtle transformation allows the architecture to feel welcoming in every season, whether surrounded by fresh spring greenery or the muted colors of autumn. Greek Villa has an easy, settled character that never feels forced, making the home appear effortlessly cared for rather than recently painted. Color number 4, Repose Grey. Repose Grey is defined by its remarkable sense of balance. Sitting comfortably between warm and cool, it adapts gracefully to changing light without losing its identity. On bright mornings, it feels light and airy, giving the exterior an open, welcoming presence. As clouds roll in or the sun begins to set, its soft grey undertones become more noticeable, adding quiet depth that enhances the home's proportions. Rather than dominating the facade, Repose Grey creates a calm backdrop that allows architectural details to feel naturally integrated. This gentle versatility explains why it remains a favorite for homes that seek a refined appearance without relying on bold contrast or passing design trends. Color number 3, Iron Ore. Iron ore transforms the way architecture is perceived by introducing dramatic depth while remaining surprisingly restrained. Its near-black charcoal carries subtle grey undertones that prevent it from feeling harsh, allowing the color to absorb light in a controlled, sophisticated way. During the brightest hours of the day, clean lines and structural forms become more pronounced as shadows create natural dimension across the facade. After sunset, exterior lighting reveals a softer side, giving the home a sense of warmth despite its darker appearance. Iron ore doesn't simply change the color of a house, it changes its visual presence, creating an impression of confidence, permanence, and thoughtful architectural design. The subtle shift creates a home that never appears stark, regardless of the season or weather. Alabaster also has an understated visual lightness, making larger homes feel more approachable, while giving smaller homes a greater sense of openness. It is a color that speaks through comfort, creating an atmosphere that feels welcoming long before anyone reaches the front door. Color number 2, Alabaster. Alabaster has a quiet warmth that feels immediately familiar. Unlike cooler whites that can appear crisp or formal, this soft off-white carries creamy undertones that respond beautifully to natural light throughout the day. In the morning, it reflects daylight with a fresh, gentle brightness, while the warmer glow of evening gives the exterior a comforting softness that feels calm and inviting. Color number 1, Urbane Bronze. Urbane Bronze earns the top position because it changes not only the appearance of a home, but also the emotion it conveys. This distinctive bronze charcoal blends deep, earthy undertones with a muted warmth, creating an exterior that feels grounded, confident, and quietly architectural. In the cool light of morning, it reveals subtle brown nuances that soften its depth, while the warm glow of sunset enriches the color with remarkable richness, giving the facade a sense of permanence and character. Unlike many dark exteriors, Urbane Bronze never feels severe. Instead, it creates visual balance, allowing the home's proportions to feel stronger and more intentional. Its understated presence works across contemporary, craftsman, and traditional architecture alike, proving that the most memorable homes rarely rely on brightness. They leave a lasting impression through depth, harmony, and thoughtful restraint. Every home has its own personality, and the right exterior color simply helps reveal it. Whether you're drawn to the airy softness of Ida White or the quiet confidence of Urbane Bronze, each shade offers a different way to transform the feeling of home. If you're looking for even more timeless color inspiration, be sure to watch one of the videos on your screen next, where we explore more designer-approved exterior palettes to help you find the perfect look for your home. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.